How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to find that positivity, how to uplift yourself no matter how negative or difficult the situation is. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you're going to pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. All right, well, we're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, before we get started, if you enjoyed this podcast or if there's something that you take away from this episode, if you're on Spotify, you can actually leave a comment below. Not only do those comments mean so much to me because it allows me to feel connected to you, but somebody might read that comment and it might inspire them to listen to the episode. And my goal is to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the entire world. And the best way is doing that together. If you find something powerful in here that you think would be helpful to someone else and you share it with them, it would mean the absolute world to me, and I could never thank you enough. So thank you so much for everybody that has done that and helped us grow. But let's dive into today's message. So why do bad things happen? Why are you struggling? Whether it's a physical struggle, maybe it's just an actual struggle at work, like with an individual, or it's a mental struggle. Why do we go through these hard times? In fact, a lot of times when we struggle or we look into the world, we see the pain, the hurt, we see good people have bad things happen to them. We wonder, why would a God allow this to happen? Why would the universe allow this to happen? Why does evil exist? And you see, it's because we have the choice. If there was no evil or negative energy or lack of positive energy, if there was no pain, then there truly couldn't be love. There couldn't be the high frequency. Think about this. If you were always surrounded by positive, uplifting people that loved you unconditionally, that gave to you unconditionally, and you were then a positive person that loved and gave unconditionally, are you actually that? Or are you just a mere reflection of what's around you? You see, you are a powerful creator. You're actually an observer that observes the universe and a creator that creates it. You're both. But if you don't have a choice, meaning if all you know, because what you observe you create, if all you know is good, if all you know is love, then your existence has no value. You are just a replay. That would not be a good experience. In fact, that's not an experience at all. You are a powerful being, I believe, that has a purpose to expand the love frequency. If that's your purpose, to expand the love frequency, the only way to do that is to go places where it doesn't exist. If you find your situation in pain, but you bring the healing, you bring the love, then you become the creator of it. If you create something, you truly understand it. If you truly understand it and you're the creator of it, you are it. Expansion means going to places it wasn't before. Understanding certain dynamics and then creating an energy that is healing for that dynamic is going where nothing has gone before. So the pain that you're feeling, if you can step out of the ego and stop worrying about how it affects you and start focusing more on what you can do in it, gives you the power. These difficult things let you know what you truly are. When it's a hard day, when you're having a mental struggle, when you have to do things that are difficult, that are negative, that are painful, when you have to go through things like that, but you decide to bring the positive energy, you decide to be an uplifting person, that means you are that by choice, and that is freeing, that is powerful, that is uplifting, knowing that you are a healing being, knowing that you are love by choice because you have the choice to not be it. That's why the world is the way it is. That's why there's struggle. It's all for you. It's for your being that's trying to grow, that's trying to understand. You see, to know and to not do is to not understand or to not know. So if you just know it because you're around it and you are it because you're around it, then you're not truly doing it. True love is deciding love frequency when negative frequency is there. True healing is deciding to be in healing energy when there's hurt energy there. True forgiveness is choosing to forgive something when it doesn't benefit you. That's why these hard things happen. Stop worrying about how it affects you in this life and think more about how it expands your internal energy. When you connect to source, your higher self, to God, to love, that higher frequency, you don't care about the world. We are not of the world. We are just in it. We are creators of it. We can manipulate it with our energy as we desire. So the world is as we are, not as it is. You have the power. All the bad is happening to show you that you can be good by choice. That's why it's that way. It's not a punishment. It's not happening to you because you did something bad. It's not happening to you because you don't deserve good things. It's happening to everybody across the entire globe to give them the opportunity to choose love, to choose goodness, to choose healing when it's not relevant, when it's not a given, when it's not the normal situation. And I know some people have easier lives. Some people have parents that are very loving. Some people have situations where they have financial security from day one. Some people are growing up with connections and plugs in all the right places. That does exist, and that's their experience. Don't judge it. Maybe they're in the beginning of their energetic chapter, and they need that just to exist. And maybe you have done many trips around the sun. You've lived many lives, and you chose one that will truly test your ability to choose love when it's difficult. Why don't you see yourself as a hero? Why don't you see yourself as a powerful, energetic being that wants to spread love? It makes a lot more sense why your life has been the way it is when you start thinking that maybe I am someone that raised my hand to go into the darkness. I am somebody that chose to go into difficult places because I want to expand. Maybe you didn't want the easy life. Maybe you've already had it. Maybe you realize that there's no growth if there's no resistance. So you said, sign me up for the life that gives me resistance because I want to prove to myself who I am. I want to be that energy when it's difficult. I want to expand the energy when it's hard. See yourself as more. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not unlucky. You are a powerful, energetic being that's here for a purpose. And it's a powerful one. It's a loving one. It's a magnificent one. It's yours. So accept it. It's all happening for you. Rise up. Step up to the challenge. Choose love when it's hard. Choose patience when it's difficult. Choose forgiveness when it's impossible. And you will become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was helpful and gave you a positive perspective on what might be going on in your life. Remember, just because I said all those things does not mean I don't think your life is hard or I don't think circumstances are difficult. I absolutely think they do. It's okay to feel that. I'm just saying you are more and you can be more no matter what is going on externally. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's the Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok all down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you're ready to level up, if you listen to this episode and you're saying it's time for me, I want to learn how to navigate these waters. I want to build my positive mindset. This is what I do. I'm a mindset coach. I help people adjust their minds, create the lens so that not only do you perceive the world differently, you can receive the world differently. If you want more information, the best way to contact me is Instagram, or there's a link down below. If you fill that out, I will get back up to you and we can talk about how this program might be just right for you. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.